With the country still reeling from the sight of the Minneapolis police officer killing George Floyd by kneeling on him, a 75-year-old protester of that violence was pushed to the ground by Buffalo police, making him bleed from his head. The image shocked many across the country. Except for Donald Trump. He was unmoved by seeing the man on the ground. He tweeted, "Buffalo protester shoved by police could be an Antifa provocateur." 75-year-old Martin Gugino was pushed away after appearing to scan police communications in order to black out the equipment. "I watched, he fell harder than was pushed. Was aiming scanner. Could be a setup." He also hashtagged OANN, short for the Conservation News Channel 1 American News Network. The channel has promoted the conspiracy theory. Trump provided no evidence for his claim. Gugino's attorney, Kelly Zarconi, reported that he had been moved out of the intensive care unit, yet he remained in the hospital and was in need of rest. "Martin has always been a peaceful protester because he cares about today's society," the attorney said in a statement. "No one from law enforcement has even suggested anything otherwise, so we are at a loss to understand why the President of the United States would make such untrue accusations against him." This incident happened at just one of many peaceful demonstrations that are responses to Floyd's death. There has been violence and vandalism at the protests as well, but primarily, they have been peaceful. Trump and Attorney General William Barr have both called out Antifa as being behind the violence and vandalism. However, none of it has been publicly attributed to the anti-fascist movement yet. After the incident, 2 Buffalo, New York, police officers were charged with felony assault in connection with Gugino's fall. A video posted by public radio station WBFO shows Gugino being pushed by the officers. When one officer reached to help him, another officer pulled him away. Officers Aaron Torgolsky and Robert McCabe pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. In the video, Gugino was seen walking toward the line of officers before he was pushed and fell backward, striking his head on the sidewalk. His head immediately started bleeding. Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown said in a statement that the city was focused on healing and wished Gugino a full recovery. Brown also shared his hope that the 2 officers receive due process under law. When Erie County District Attorney John J. Flynn announced the charges against the officers, he said there was no indication Gugino had faked his injuries. When asked about social media rumors, he replied, "Is he and ECMC together in the JFK conspiracy or something?" New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said during his daily coronavirus briefing that Trump should apologize for his tweet. "How reckless, how irresponsible, how mean, how crude. If there was ever a reprehensible, dumb comment, and that was from the President of the United States," he said. Democrat Representative Brian Hughes, representing a district that includes Buffalo, said Trump's words only seek to tear us apart. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz, another Democrat, said the president should try to bring our country together rather than further fan the flames of dissension. Trump said at the White House Monday of the police, "Let's go with 99% of them are great, great people. And they've done jobs that are record-setting." The number 2 ranking Republican in the Senate, John Thune, was critical of the president as he responded to questions from reporters on Tuesday. "Well, it's a serious accusation, which should only be made with facts and evidence. And I haven't seen any yet," he said, referring to Trump's accusation in his tweet. After seeing a printout of the tweet, Senator Lisa Murkowski, RAR, who has already announced she is unsure if she will vote for Trump in November, said, "Oh Lord. Ugh. Yeah," then added, "Again, why would you fan the flames? That's all I'm going to say." Reporters twice asked Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, RKY, at the weekly Senate GOP press conference if he thought the tweet was appropriate. He didn't respond directly about the president's tweet. "As I said, we are discussing in the Senate Republican conference what response we think is appropriate to the events of the last 2 weeks," he said. He added that once Republicans come up with a plan of action, we'll let you know. presumptive Democratic presidential nominee former Vice President Joe Biden had harsh words for his opponent in his tweet, "My dad used to say there's no greater sin than the abuse of power." Whether it's an officer bloodying a peaceful protester or a president defending him with a conspiracy theory he saw on TV. "I'm a Catholic, just like Martin. Our faith says that we can't accept either," Biden added. Gugino is described by those who know him as a longtime activist for a variety of causes. Former community organizer Sage Green, with the Push Buffalo group that advocates for housing and racial justice, said she met the victim at combat climate change events 5 years ago. "I can't think of someone further than what that tweet is describing," she said. Burning Books CEO owner Nate Buckley said Gugino often attended talks at the store and would then buy the relevant text. He often donated it back to the store after he read it so it could be given to someone who wasn't able to pay. "He's an older man who comes from the peaceful Christian way," explained Buckley. "He wasn't a professional activist. He was just a sincere gentleman who had concern for his community and the world. He was very gentle and mild, not aggressive at all." Gugino was described by Jesuit priest and author, the Reverend James Martin, as a longtime peace activist and volunteer at the Catholic Worker. He compared his activism with the founder of the movement, Dorothy Day, a candidate for sainthood. On Tuesday he tweeted to Trump, "In case you've forgotten what's in the Bible you were carrying, Jesus said, 'Blessed are the peacemakers, not the rumor mongers.'"